Good morning.
Morning.
So, I was kind of looking through some comments, and we figured we kind of based something somewhat around some comments we got. And the first comment was pretty funny. Um, Someone literally unsubscribed my channel because I was at the beach. Green screen. They literally didn't watch more than 3 seconds in the video and quit watching, unsubscribed. It's pretty crazy. Um,
I said, hey, at least your green screen skills are legit. Apparently.
Apparently, I didn't think they were that good, but there were a couple people that kind of said some things, and then kind of get some other comments. Kind of how my building skills and whatnot. Um, this one guy was like, "Oh my gosh, can't believe you're ruining the tongue and groove, and you're putting the nails in through like the face of the board and not the top." I know that's how it goes. I've known that for a long time. Really and truly, I was in there doing it by myself. All that, it's not a big deal. Really, it's adding to that rustic cabin feel. It's not a big deal. I don't care about that. I'm not a finished carpenter. And that's what I said. I was like, I'm not a finished carpenter. It doesn't bother me. And I think the thing that we're trying to get at here is we're just who we are. We're real. We're not fake. We won't fake it. We've had many situations in the past that ruined it for us, seeing other channels fake it, that I couldn't do that to you guys. I don't know.
I think the first time we ever really,
Let's not say names though, but
the first time we
they'll know. But
ever really encountered a channel that we looked up to, and like we actually got to meet them and be around them, and it wasn't what we, were thinking it was going to be like. But also, this person had a whole series of videos on how to kind of farm a certain way.
and in a certain amount of days.
Yeah, with nothing but their animals, and just him and his kids. And so we had people, like, after we put our video out, not even realizing in a way that we were showing like the other stuff that he was doing, that he wasn't saying he was doing.
Yeah.
People reached out to us and like kind of thanked us, and
Like tons of people.
a lot of people said, like, I got really discouraged because I watched that channel and they made it seem like, they were so inspiring because they made it seem like anyone could do it. It was so easy the way that they were doing it. And if it's just him and his kids, like, I could do that.
Yeah. And it was like, here's the plan. If you do this, you get your animals to do this, then the animals will turn it to this, and then you can get your other animal to do this, and then come in with just like a little broad fork and do this or whatever. It made it look, and we fell for it. We were one of them that fell for it, and we watched the channel for probably 2 years before we started homesteading, so we didn't know. And
Well, the people that were reaching out were like, thank you for doing that video, because I felt I felt down. I felt dumb. I felt like there's
a
something I wasn't
failure.
doing right. Yeah. And they couldn't do it doing the same things he was doing. And that's because he had big machines and he wasn't showing the real process. He was showing you basically what, I don't know if it was to him like, this is what people want to see.
Yeah, it was a straight
or,
business plan.
yeah, I was like, how can I sell this to anybody?
Yeah, it was definitely one of those gardening for idiot books. Is basically what he was writing. But what it came down to was we found out that the
Not
idiots,
everyone has the proper tools, but
well,
he's trying
no,
to sell it to everyone.
the idiots gardening are the ones doing it for him. I'm not calling those people idiots. I'm just saying gardening for idiots is you hire other people and you get machines and all that stuff, but you don't tell anyone. And that, I wouldn't say broke our heart, but it was one of those where
It
it's
was
just like,
discouraging.
yeah, it was like, whoa, like I thought TV was fake, so I thought YouTube was going to be a little more on the real side, and it ended up being like almost the complete opposite. Where we're like, dang, like this is fake on YouTube, and I get it. Some people literally see it as nothing but a business plan to make money. They turn it into a TV show. They have their own little series. They make movies. All this stuff. And if that's your prerogative, I mean, I guess go for it. But after that, the day after that, we said we will never, ever, ever be those people on YouTube. If you have any form of a platform, even the smallest, people are looking up to you. People go to you for guidance and stuff. And that's why when I build, I put nails in the front of the board and I start at the top. And I know you're supposed to start at the bottom, move your way up, but I wanted to make sure that it gets to the top. And I didn't trust my measuring skills enough to come down, do all this stuff, make sure it's where it was. I still need to put flooring in, and I'm gonna put another sheet of plywood in, some more flooring, so it's gonna come up. So I left a gap at the bottom. In my way, that was the easiest way to do it without totally screwing it up in the long run. Now, is that the correct way and people normally do that? No, but it works for me, and I
Well,
want to show people maybe.
You said in the video, and you say often when you're doing something, like, this is how you're supposed to do it, or like, this is not how you're supposed to do it,
Yeah.
but this is how I'm doing it.
Learn
this is
from my
why.
mistakes, and that's kind of it.
And
Is
you always say you're not a professional.
yeah, and that's the thing is, some people will see things however they want to see it, whether they think you are a professional or not. If you're literally saying, this is how you frame up studs, this is how you do this, how you do it, well, that's how they're learning. And if you're wrong, you're wrong. That's why I always say, this is just how I do it. There's definitely better ways to do it. There's more conventional ways to do it. There's probably the right way to do it. I'm just doing it my way. And it's like building this house. I overbuilt it. I did 2x6. Didn't need 2x6. The corners of the walls, they're 6x6 because I actually bigger than 6x6. In every corner, there's 6 2x6s. That's overkill. I got 3 on each wall. 3 in this corner going that way and 3 in this corner going this way, all the way around. That's overkill. But I'd rather overkill it because I don't know what I'm doing than tell people, hey, you only need 2 2x6s. This is how you do it, and then the house falls down. And I just said, this is how I'm doing it. But it kind of just, it gets you really thinking, especially people commenting, stuff like that. It's like, if you're a YouTuber and you have a platform, don't lie to people. Like, I could have easily lied to people about being off grid. There is a campground right down the bottom where the storm shelter is. If you watch long enough, that's the storm shelter. That's where the RV hookups and all that is. We had an RV. I could have brought it up here and stayed in that and acted like I was in a tent. And I said, no, I can't do that. I need to give y'all the real story behind everything. Living in a $20 tent, doing all that stuff. And then people started getting upset. You got hotel rooms. You're not even off grid. But I was very honest about that. I could have lied and never told anybody I got hotel rooms. And I could have been like, man, it's not even that hard out here. This is way easier than I thought. But I was like, my body's dead. I can't take it anymore. I need to get a hotel room. The internet, I was posting videos every day. I couldn't go live. I didn't have my WeBoost system up. So I would drive an hour into Siloam Springs, go live, and then drive right back just to get the live chat out for you guys. And I was just like, you know what? Screw it. I need a break. I need a shower. I need a real bed. I need internet. I'm going to get a hotel. And people were mad at me, but I kept it honest and real. And now, months later, people don't even bat an eye when I get a hotel room because I think y'all finally figure it out. This is real life. He needs a break, especially now Jaylene is up here and stuff too. It's like, it's difficult.
Yeah, I think anyone, if you put yourself in those shoes and you really think about it, is going to be understanding. The only people who are not going to be understanding are people who really don't care about you. They're there because they want to see you suffer. And there are people out there who only watch channels that are, they know that they're going through some stuff and they're suffering, and
it makes them feel better about themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just couldn't fake it. There was just no way. One, I'm not good enough of an actor. You've seen our acting skills. But I didn't want to do anything over the top that would make you think otherwise. That's why I legit buy Harbor Freight tools. I don't care about name brand tools. It's not, oh, well, you need to have, this type of, table saw or sawmill or chainsaw or whatever it may be. I just get what's cheap because that's what I can afford. And I think the majority of you guys probably are the same way. And I want to show you guys that I could do this. It may not be professional, but it's real, and this is a real life situation. And if you have $100, you can go buy 3 Harbor Freight tools rather than going and buying a name brand tool, and you can't even get anything for $100. You can still do it. The best piece of equipment that I have out here is my Cobalt chop saw, and I think that was like $200. And then of course the sawmill, but that's like literally one of the lowest end price wise sawmills, and it does everything I need it to do. You don't need anything crazy or over the top. You could do something on a budget, and I think most people out there on a budget, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to show you guys that this is just real life. It's not fake. There's nothing out there that, you know, whatever you see, what you see is what you get. And if you come to the meetup and you meet us, we're going to be the exact same way.
I think I might be a little more shy because I'm a shy person, but it depends on the day.
Shy? You're talking about shy.
I'm shy.
What does that have to do with anything?
If you meet us in person at the meetup,
Oh.
I might be a little shyer.
I was like, I don't know what you're talking. I don't know what that has to do with brand tools and, but yeah, I mean, not me. I'll just be myself, I guess. But you'll be there for 5 minutes and you'll get out of that shyness. Once you've met a couple of people, I don't know. But there's so many things out there that are just, I guess, fake. It's crazy.
Well, and it's like the way I look at it, or the way I see it a lot, is like if you think about, as for me in my situation, if you think about like van life and like watching people build out their vans and stuff, I won't watch a channel necessarily. Well, actually, I don't think I've ever even came across a channel where they showed the building process and they were hiring it out. They're always doing it themselves.
Yeah.
And most of the time it's not perfect, and most of the times if you go through the comments, there's always someone saying you're doing this wrong, and it's like,
every time.
it may be wrong in the traditional or standard sense, but that doesn't mean that it's not functional or it's not going to work. Like,
Yeah.
You guys know that Donna Van Life's one of my favorite channels. I remember watching her in her new van. She built a bed platform because she didn't like her old one, and she was literally went and bought all the lumber and and stuff. She had the tools with her, built out her bed in the Lowe's parking lot.
Yeah.
And I was just
That's
like,
as real as it gets.
yeah, I was like you can't, like, that's super real. And it's like, did she probably feel weird? Yes, but it had to be done, and the van is her house. Where is she supposed to do it? So she did in the parking lot. Like,
and I'll say this: I've done some sketchy things, building certain. Y'all see how I build. Never would I have thought I'm gonna build in the Lowe's parking lot, or Home Depot, or whatever. So that kind of it opened my eyes, and I never even thought. One day I went to Lowe's over here. It was a while back, but these people bought huge boards. And they were literally in the parking lot right next to the building, cutting them in half to fit them in the back of their truck. And it's like, I never thought about take us out there and cut them. Of course, they had battery pack ones, but I just never bought 16 footers. The one time I did, I messed up my tailgate. And I think I even said that in my video or whatever. I had them sticking way up. Jared was up here. And they were sticking 8 feet out of the back of my truck, bouncing up and down, coming up this thing, and it bent my tailgate. What's holding my top of the tailgate on now? Bolt, like screws, metal screws for the roof. It's real. It's just, one of those things, and I think it boils back down to, I don't know, I guess, in my eyes, kind of how you were raised. When we first started YouTube and stuff, there were some things that I was like, I'm not putting this out there. And my dad's like, Jason, just put it out there. Whether it's good or bad, you kept it real. You don't have to keep it with a lie. You put it out there. And that's kind of what we did. We stuck with that. And apparently it's working somewhat. But I don't know, there's too many fake channels. And it's like the van life. There was this break-in. Someone got their van broken into. And literally within a week, there was like 10 van channels that were like, oh my gosh, got broken into. And it's kind of the same thing up here is, you guys know I was having trespasser issues. Dutch it's had trespassing issues. But then out of nowhere, there were a bunch of other channels around here being like, "Oh man, trespass!" It's like,
Well, channels in general, not just around here, like it's
yeah,
crazy.
and so it's like, yes, there are actual real trespassing issues, but just because you see like a viral video doesn't mean you need to do it or anything. Just keep it real. The content will come. It's just don't fake anything of it because you're only hurting yourself. And again, I could have faked so much stuff out here for the off-grid stuff that it's unreal. I could have made this the most interesting channel, but I chose to just keep it real. And here's another thing, and it blows my mind. I might even throw the screenshot in here. Maybe, I don't know. This guy literally wrote me a message on Facebook, and this was a couple months ago when Jaylena first came out. And he wrote me and he said, I told my wife if Jaylena showed up when the house was almost done, this was all a lie. This was all clickbait. You made all this up just for views. And I said, do you really think we went through trying to get a divorce, splitting up, all this stuff, me moving up here, her going with your friend, all this stuff. We made it all up. We were good enough actors. We kept the storyline, everything for views. I said, if you think that little of me, you probably shouldn't watch me anymore. And he said, yes, I believe that. And I just kind of told him off a little bit, and then I blocked him on Facebook and all that. But it's like, if you guys really think we would fake all this, you're crazy. And this is not something we plan on talking about, but realistically, we're not together right now. We're friends. We have said, look, we need to live our own lives. Jaylena needs to travel. I need to do this. And if we come back, we come back. But as of right now, we're just glad to be in each other's lives. Why would we fake months and months and months of heartache for views? Like, that's insane.
Well, and it's like looking at it from a woman's perspective. You all know what I'm talking about. Do you really think I would have been okay with other women being here if we were really together? I didn't even watch Jason's channel whatsoever, not once whenever I left. I only knew about some things that were going on because people in my life would tell me, and I would literally have to tell them constantly, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. If you watch it, don't tell me about it. Like, I was, we were both going through it. Like, it was really, really, really rough. And it was even more so harder because I had the people in my ear telling me all these things. And it's like, that's the last thing I want to think about right now. Like, I'm already going through enough. Like, please don't talk to me about it.
Yeah.
And it was the thing, like, that's definitely not something that, we faked. Like, that was a very, very real, very, very hard, very, very low point in probably both of our lives.
Yeah, and if any of you have ever been in a relationship, which I think you probably have.
Let alone a marriage.
Yeah, you know that there are very hard, difficult times, and whether you may be divorced or almost got divorced and stuff, like, it's just life. And
your entire family would have had to been in on it too.
Yeah. And
like, I don't think we're that.
No. We're not that dedicated to YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's like, what was I going to say? Lost train of thought. I don't know. Pretty much we wouldn't fake it for all that or whatever. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. But I don't know. It just blows my mind that people out there truly think that we would just be fake and go through all this stuff just for views. And we get that there's like clickbait titles that you could put in a video or whatever it may be to like kind of reel someone in a little bit, but to just complete fake it to make money on YouTube is insane. Now, people do it, but I would never do it personally. I don't know, it's just beyond me, and the fact that people truly think that we would do such a thing says a lot about the world, about those people thinking that. And then, I know what I was going to say. It was kind of off topic. Actually, this was an earlier thought. As Simple Life Reclaim would say, squirrel. So all that. Anyways, back around what we were talking about earlier, we'll just cut that off. I randomly came across this YouTube channel. I think it's called Reese Campers. I I'll have to put a link in the description or something. He's got like 300 subscribers. He's put videos up for the last like 2 or 3 months, and he doesn't really talk in the videos, nothing. He's building a camper on the back of his truck. It random on YouTube popped up, and I clicked on it, and there was like 6 comments on the video. He's a brand new channel. First comment: look at another guy that doesn't know what he's doing. You know, basically another weekend warrior thinking he's an expert, blah, 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 like talking trash. And then this other guy got on there talking trash, and that guy that made the video was just like, yeah, I never said I was an expert. I'm just trying to build like a camper to show my friends and family, you know, and you guys should stick around for the next video when I do electric and plumbing, because I'm sure a bunch of experts will jump in on that one. And so I wrote him on there and I said, man, I'm building a tiny house and I get this every day. There's always an expert, but the thing is, at the end of the day, you're building, they're watching. Experts aren't doing crap. So you can be an expert all you want at home, but unless you're doing something, you're worthless to me. You can have expert skills and knowledge, but unless you're doing it, it means nothing to me. Unless you're legit retired and you've already done it and you don't want to do it anymore. I get it, but still, shut your mouth. That's the way I see it. You don't need to badmouth someone else when they're trying. There's a difference between criticism and constructive criticism.
Or just like giving advice.
Expert, you know,
just being
or
like,
expert
hey,
advice.
I know you did it like this, but this is how you're supposed to do it, or you could do it like this for, you know, to work better. You know.
Yeah.
There's a difference between, being rude about it and like, well, you did it wrong, versus saying, well, you know, you said you're not an expert, I am, here's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah, the funny thing is, I watched the video, he was using pocket hole jigs and like putting it all together, and my first thought was like, man, this thing's sturdy, like he's building this pretty good. And then, of course, in the comments, man, you know, talking trash or whatever. So, if you guys don't mind, I'll put a link down in the description. Go check out his channel. I think you guys like it. He's probably got like 15 videos maybe. Literally no talking that I've seen. I kind of skipped through them. Seems like a nice guy. He comments back. Just say, hey, the Crockers sent us over, and you're doing an awesome job. I'll try to put it down, but I'm pretty sure it's Reese Campers, like Recee or something of that nature. I don't know how you spell Reese.
Kind of like Reese's, but with a C instead of an S.
Kinda, I guess. I took on phonics. I don't know. That's legit. I ain't lying. I took on phonics. I'm dyslexic, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't read good. And at an early age, I just kept telling my parents, like, yeah, it's blurry. So my mom tried to get me glasses. That didn't work, because clearly my vision's good. But she thought blurry, you know, I couldn't see. And then I had to go in after school and go to a class with Miss Clapper. And her stomach's yelling. But then I did do Hooked on Phonics. And of course, that really didn't help me a whole lot. It wasn't that I didn't know how to read or anything like that. It was just, it'd get mixed up, dyslexic. And so, I don't know. That's the behind the scenes story of Jason. I don't know where that was going. But yeah, I don't know. It just, a lot that I see is just like fake on YouTube. Why can't YouTube be the one place that it's real? You know, keep it real. If you're starting a channel or you have a channel, just keep it real. People are looking up to you. People are going to your channel for guidance. I always say, because people always say, like, I came here to watch you learn how to build a tiny house, blah, blah, blah. My whole thing is just, I'm here to entertain. And I've said that from pretty much day one. I am not here to teach anyone crud. I'm here to entertain. Now, if you get something from it, cool. Probably don't do what I did type thing. But I'm here to entertain, and the thing is even though I'm here to entertain, people are watching to learn. So I try to keep it real. I try to show my mistakes. The last video, I'm literally standing on a ladder, knocked the window screen out, dropped my drill, dropped the wiring, almost fell off the ladder. My drill died 3 times.
I was cracking up.
It's just, that's the reality of life. And at first I was like, man, I ain't showing none of this. Like, I look like an idiot. But that's real life. I looked like an idiot in the moment because I didn't charge my batteries. I was standing like an idiot. Like, everything just happened. But that's real life. I don't know. I just can't stand fake stuff. I don't know.
No fake news for you?
No. We're not getting into that. What are you trying to do here, huh?
I'm just saying.
Trying to turn this into a
Nope.
debate? But yeah, I don't know if, yeah. All right, let's change the subject. So we have a meetup coming up. I know I've been failing on putting the address and all that stuff in the description. I'm going to try to put that in the description, go back and put my other video. It is in Pryor, Oklahoma on the 24th. It's from 1 to 5. I think it's going to be an awesome time. Whether 2 people show up or 2,000, it's going to be fun. There is Hotel Pryor. We got a discount, a group discount. We can't give you an exact price because it depends on what room you're getting. They just knock off like a certain percentage. But I think it goes all the way down to like $65 or something, which is a really good deal.
For that hotel.
Yeah, I've had every different type of room there, and they're all nice. You know, some of them have like a little kitchen area in it. Some of them don't. Some of them just have a queen bed. Some have king. Some have double queens. I've pretty much got every room there, and it's a very nice place. The people there are nice. The breakfast is pretty awesome. It's limited right now because of everything going on, but
It's probably still the best breakfast you can get at a hotel, in my
yeah,
opinion.
right now, yeah, for sure. I've been to other hotels that are like full blown like kitchen, but
I've never really been to a hotel that had like legit breakfast unless it's like, oh, we have a waffle maker.
no.
Usually it's just like a ton of cereal, oatmeal.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I've been to some hotels that were just like, I guess that was more of we were like on vacation and stuff, probably at like a bigger like Disney World or something.
I want to go to Disney World.
So, we're gonna put you in a wheelchair.
I'm fine with that.
Jared was in a wheelchair because his leg hurt, and we'd push him around. We got to go to the front of the line. It was awesome. But yeah, we have a meetup coming up, which I think most of you guys know. We have invited every YouTuber we could possibly think of. I personally reached out to Daniel Arms. He probably won't be able to make it. He's pretty far away and got stuff going on. I reached out to Dutch. So far, I don't know what he's going to do, but he did say thanks for the invite. And then Kevin, I don't know for sure, but from what I heard from Sunny Slope, he's not going to make it because he's going hunting or something. And then Good Grub, he has said that he's interested in it. He might come. I guess those are some of like the bigger channels around here. Of course, you know, we're going. Sawyers are going.
And of course, we encourage any channels in Oklahoma, especially if you're cose to the area.
Yeah.
Please come out. I mean, why not?
Yeah, Walker Farm Fan, Matt Payne, the Corgills, like, I mean, all those, you know, Taylor Outdoor, I always mess up his name, Peerlin for Outdoors, you know, Bo, if Bo wants to come out, Moorhead Homestead, come out, you know, anybody that wants to come out, come out. I mean, it's the perfect time to get to know your viewers and promote your channel.
Yeah, there's a few other channels that are not in Oklahoma that, you know, we've invited to that may come, but we don't want to like say, oh, this person's coming if they aren't going to be able to make it.
Well, like Sunny Slope's driving 6 hours. They're literally driving, when he gets out of work on Friday, he's driving down Friday, getting here like at midnight, and then go to the hotel, whatever, and then go to the meetup the next day. So, I mean, there's people flying in from Tennessee, driving in from Tennessee. Ridge Life is coming. He's driving from Tennessee. You know, so there's going to be Cold Beer Ranch is coming from Houston, Texas. Jared might come from the Dallas area. I mean, there's a lot. I know the names. I can see it in my head. It's like Tina and something. There's 2 old people on a couch. There's a lot. So if, yeah, you want to come out. It's going to be fun. It's going to be very low-key, but fun.
Someone commented on our last Coffee with the Crockers and said that they feel like it's more of a meetup for the YouTubers and not the subscribers.
Oh, it's 100% meant for viewers.
We encourage other YouTubers to come just because of the viewers. Like, we
Yes.
want them to be able to meet all of their favorite channels.
Yes.
And to me, and I said on the comment, like, I'm more nervous about meeting subscribers than I am other channels.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is a lot of the channels watch each other, so they're technically, they have their own channel, but they're also viewers.
Well, yeah, and so it's like you see all the other channels, you physically see them with your own
Yeah.
eyes, and then to meet people that watch, but you don't get to really see. So
Yeah.
it's like even if it feels like you kind of know them, you're still meeting them for the first time.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. I'm kind of socially awkward, I think, and so I'm a little nervous about meeting a bunch of people.
Don't eat any of them. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's going to be a really fun event. I think it's going to be a pretty decent turnout. Again, we're not expecting like 1 million people to show up. There's literally no food. We're doing it at a church. Please don't bring any animals with you. Hotel Prior does allow pets, but we're trying not to bring pets to the church just because it is a church. We have to respect the fact that they're even allowing us to do it there. They're saving us a ton of money from getting like an expo center or something. We wanted to make sure we could have done it at a park, but we drove by the park, I guess it was yesterday or whatever, on a Saturday, and there was a good amount of people out there.
Yeah, it was pretty packed.
Yeah, parking's pretty slim, so we didn't want to get y'all, looking for parking. We're trying to find something that you could do even if the weather's bad or it's cold or whatever. So luckily we were able to do it at church. So no food. It'll be from 1 to 5 p.m. So please eat before. We'll provide some drinks. And then afterwards, I'm sure everyone around there will be going like to eat out at different places or whatever. Not everyone, everybody can't go to the same place because I don't think there's anything big enough like that in Pryor. But, that, and then we'll be hanging out at the hotel afterwards. We're staying at Hotel Pryor, and I know a lot of people already got the rooms and stuff there, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really cool. I think you guys gonna really see that YouTube's real. Like this whole message is just don't be fake, and I think you're gonna realize that there's a lot of really good real people out there, and I think you guys are gonna be, what I like to say, is super pumped with everything. So I don't know. We've been talking for a long time. This conversation's gone all over the place.
As usual.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh, what's new, Jason?" So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and call it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited, and if you are going, please let us know. We're trying to get a rough estimate. That way, we know we have enough drinks. As of right now, I don't really know. We do have a Facebook event page. I think there's like 125 people-ish so far that said that they're interested or going. Again, not everyone has Facebook, so we know that. And then, a lot of people are like, I'm going, but I'm bringing my family. So we have no idea at this point. It's just a total guess. But is there anything else you'd like to tell the fine folks for jumping off?
No, just thanks for listening to us rant and ramble, and hope you guys have a good day.
Yeah, so we'll see y'all guys on the next one.